So first of all, I'm very happy to be here today to help launch the novella Moeum by Stephen Fowler, which occupies a special place in British experimental fiction in its approach, organization, and methodology, and also is in dialogue with a number of European avant-garde traditions, in addition to being a reflection on the life of a late-night invigilator at the British Museum. This morning I was watching the conversation with Gareth Evans, where I obtained this information, which takes on topics such as how excess chips away at reality, perhaps fecundity, the coalescing of circumstances, and much more, and which also reminded me or brought to my attention works that start from the idea of the museum, such as Coleridge's Asunder, Jim Cohen's film Museum Hours, Gio Giacca's film The World. But today I'm going to take this in another direction, which is Latin American poetry. I'll start by reading a poem, quite a classic one, by the Chilean poet Vicente Huidobro, called Arte Poética. First in Spanish. Que el verso sea como una llave que abra mil puertas. Una hoja cae, algo pasa volando. Cuando miren los ojos, creado sea, y el alma del oyente quede temblando. Inventa mundos nuevos y cuida tu palabra. El adjetivo, cuando no da vía, mata. Estamos en el ciclo de los nervios. El músculo cuelga, como recuerdo en los museos. Mas no por eso tenemos menos fuerza. El vigor verdadero reside en la cabeza. ¿Por qué cantáis la rosa o poetas? Hacedla florecer en el poema. Solo para vosotros viven todas las cosas bajo el sol. El poeta es un pequeño dios. And a somewhat, although not overly free translation, would be, may the key of verse open 1,000 doors. A leaf falls, something passes in flight. Whatever the eye sees is what is created. The soul of the listener prolongs the quiver of sound. Invent new worlds, and make them echo and reverberate with infinite love in your word. Dispense with the adjective which, if it fails to give life, kills. We are in the age of nerves. Muscle hangs like a memory in the museums, yet all the same we are strong. True vigor dwells in the mind. Why do you sing of the rose, O poets? Make it bloom in your poem. Everything under the sun lives within us. The poet is a little god. So this last line is famous, the little god part, and one could discuss it because it talks about the individual who creates the world and exists apart from reality, inventing in a somewhat solitary way as opposed to other more collaborative models like what we're doing today maybe. But actually the part of the poem that interests me more and that I wanted to talk about is the one that says the museum, right? We are in the age of nerves, muscle hangs like a memory in the museums, yet all the same we are strong, true vigor dwells in the mind. By hangs like a memory, I take Huidobro to be saying that pure muscle is something outdated, something akin to freeze-dried taxidermic exercises or hunting trophies, the stuffed and preserved jaguars or pheasants or wildebeests in the museums, not something living and vital. Whereas modernity is mental invention and imagination, and that's the real strength. For me, this need not be solitary, since by reading the muscle in the museum, one can go into the world of imagination and find echoes and prolongations and extensions in the experiences of others, in the kind of infinite reverberation that Huidobro evokes, which brings both nostalgias and hopes with it. The world becomes a kind of museum or museums of a different kind, saturated with memories and experiences and new futures. Museums in the glint of moonlight on hair, the bitterness of certain herbs, the taste of fruits in orchards, the sweetness of honey, the sounds of a guitar at midnight. There's an Argentine samba that says, in every glass of wine a morning star trembles. And so taking that line, and these ideas of the museum that I'm kind of associating here, I wrote a couple of poems. In every glass of wine a museum waits. 12 chords announce your arrival. I open my eyes with a start and seek immediate return to the soft blue light of dream or bus curtain. May someone behind the wheel understand how to work the gear shifts through snow and smog on roads where on both sides the dead lie buried. On both sides, chamomile also grows, wild and sweet. Patterns are read in the bones of the river, the way raindrops fall. 6 birds are up at dawn to feed off the crumbs of sleep. Then they're off to fly in harmony, at an angle perhaps, with flats and sharps. 12 days, 12 chords announce your arrival. Lizard mouth, lizard eyes, tonic, special ointment. You apologize for the pain, you beg for help. Devil's weed, seeds and roots, agave fiber adorned with choya. By nightfall it will be ready. Sew her mouth with a wooden needle, tighten the stitches, rub paste on her head, put her on the ground, soft, soft, soft. You say, hurry darling, don't talk to anyone, go with the black angel. She runs south to good fortune, she runs north to difficulty. Another lizard expects the news, her sister, she runs but says, darling, you hold the needle. And now, Now in this hour of light, there's a perfume of rosemary, and in every glass of wine, Elysium woods.
Wow.